while I was showing you guys a game against Hübner from the Interzonal of 1970, I realized that there was a kind of miniature in the same Interzonal played by Fischer that I don't think I was aware of, and so since I'm interested in miniatures, because I think it's interesting how things go wrong very fast, I would like to share the game with you. If I remember well, this chess set was one of Fischer's favorite, the Dubrovnik. It comes with different version, and I think maybe it was used also in the Olympiad of Siegen 1970. Please try to correct me, because again, I don't remember a lot of stuff, and I think it's the community duty to add culture and correction to whatever one can say, so we can all improve together. This is a game 644 of this book. Is a Fischer Addison William. It was played in an interzonal tournament held from November 9 to December 12 in 1970 in Palma de Mallorca, Spain. So e4, d5, e takes d5, queen takes d5. Today this is a favorite opening of some international masters and grandmasters that wrote books about it. In that time, I think in the 1970s, it wasn't considered really good, the Scandinavian defense. After knight c3, it goes totally back. I think Tiviakov has played many games with queen d6, and another grandmaster, I think a French grandmaster, wrote a book about queen a5. Lately has been re-evaluated also queen d8 thanks to some blitz game played by Carlsen, I think. d4, knight f6, bishop c4, and bishop f5. Bishop f5 is considered dubious. c6 is considered better. Okay. Queen f3. Now you know why it's considered dubious, because queen f3 attacks two pieces at once, and so queen c8 is the answer. After which bishop g5, and then, as we can see, guys, white has an advantage. What is the advantage, you say? Well, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces out against 2. I mean, it's obvious that white is already kind of winning. Now notice what happened next. Bishop takes e2. Again, you are continuously moving one piece, you are not developing the other. Is a recipe for clearly a disaster, right? Because more pieces will come into the game. This is Morphy 101, honestly, it's nothing new. Rook c1, bishop g6, again, move it and move it and move it, knight g e2, knight b d7, and the castle. So we are at move 10, and white has finished the development. Black is in the middle of nowhere, because this is blocked, this is out of the game, so it's a -8, it's not a joke. e6, obviously he tries to develop this, but the problem in the Scandinavia, that's why c6 was important, is because you need to take control of d5. You don't do that, you're going to pay the price. It's terrible. So after e6, bishop takes f6, g takes f6, d5, obviously you have what? A opening advantage. You have all the developed pieces. Wow! And the finial of the bishop went away. You have all the developed pieces, I was saying, and obviously you want to open what? The lines, because at that point your rooks will do the rest. So after d5, obviously Addison is not stupid, he plays e5 trying to keep the thing close, but it's kind of difficult. Bishop b5 is the continuance. And here you start to see the fact that white is exploiting the weakness of a light square. Why? Well, what is this weakness? This one is pin, right? So this is not protected. It starts to become a problem, right? So black tried to solve this with this move, but in reality probably it was better this, but then this is becoming a pawn, so horrible, right? But again, it's a bad game from black perspective, but at least one can learn that some moves shouldn't be played, and especially this continuous movement of the pieces without developing. Knight g3, a6, bishop d3, queen d8, h4, and now another dubious move, which is h5, bishop f5, knight b6, knight c, e4. As you can see, also the difference. Now all the white pieces are going into black's territory, while black is not really threatening anything, right? And so, okay, you say, oh, but he's taking this pawn. Again, pawns in the opening, not really important. Yes, if it was an endgame, probably yes, but here, no. And with a king in the center. Rook fd1, so that's again pin, c6 protect, knight c3 start to put pressure on that, queen b6 taking it off from this, but it's considered dubious also that. Why? Try to stop or pause the video and guess what is the next move played by white, because it's kind of important. So pause the video because things are going really bad for black. The next move by white is rook takes d5. Boom, right? C takes d5. Knight takes d5, attacking this. Here there is a fork, attacking this, attacking everything. And here we have the pawn grabber. Queen takes b2, rook b1, queen takes a2, and rook takes b7, and black resigned. Yeah, this situation is kind of terrible. Now keep in mind also that this queen is kind of x-raying attack this. Once they move out of the way, it's a mess. This is a mess, clearly a mess. A bad situation for black. But it's interesting, a beautiful game. Maybe black, since he played up to now, he could have played a little more and show everybody why he could have given up even earlier. Thank you very much for watching. This was the book on Fischer by Müller. It's a beautiful book in the sense that has all the games by Fischer. If you love Fischer, and there are some pictures, annotated games, tables of the results, and one can practically witness the rise of this genius, this chess genius, and how he actually won the world championship, and how terrible was for all the others to meet him, because he was really steamrolling the opposition, like the Soviets learned. Once more, thank you for watching, and see you again.